Hello and welcome. So first off, we're going to talk about this particular problem. 4/3 and 3/2 are solutions to which quadratic equation below? Well, there's a couple of ways we could do this. Alright, we could, first off, make our own equations using our solution, or we could plug in our solutions and go from there. Alright, so let's talk about writing the equation first, and then from there we'll figure out where to go. Okay, so for this one, we have two solutions. U is the variable, so I'm going to say U equals 4/3 and U equals 3/2. Alright, if we wanted to back solve this, if we wanted to get 0 here, what I would do is I would multiply both sides by 3. Okay, because that would clear the fraction here, and we have 3U equals 4. This is a positive number, so we would move it with subtraction. And we get 3U minus 4 equals 0. We could do the same thing for our 3/2, so multiply both sides by 2, and we get 2u equals 3. Subtract 3 on both sides, and we get 2u minus 3 equals 0. Now the reason why this is helpful is because at that point, well, remember that when you factor something, your last step to solving by factoring is to set each parenthesis equal to 0. So that means if we were to write these as our factors, like this, that would be totally correct. And then, in order to get to this, all you'd have to do would be multiply a parenthesis, right? Distribute those out. So we have 3u times 2u, so that'd be 6u squared, which automatically is going to wipe out these two answer choices, because we have to start with the 6u squared. And then we can keep going and get negative 9u minus 8u plus 12 equals 0. Alright, combine your like terms, so 6u squared minus 17u plus 12. What you'll notice is only one solution right there. That's your middle equation, and that would be your answer. Okay, so that was one way we could have done this. Another way would be using a synonym of solutions. Okay, there are 4 words that mean pretty much the exact same thing in mathematics. The only difference is their notation, where you would have 4/3 and 3/2 are solutions. Well, solutions can also mean a couple of different things. This is another word for root, x-intercept, or 0. And that's the word that we're going to pay a little more attention to, right? All 4 of these mean the exact same thing, but 0 is the one that we care about the most in this particular instance, where I would say, all right, 4/3 is a solution, but we also call it a 0. Why? Well, if you plug 4/3 in, you should get 0 back from the equation. So what you could do is you could, at this point in a calculator, you could plug in 4/3 to every u you see. So it would be 6 times 4/3 squared minus 26 times 4/3 plus 12. And if you get 0 back, then you know that 4/3 is a solution to that equation. Then you'd have to also check it for 3/2. Now if they both come back as 0, then they're both solutions, and then that would be your answer. So you would have gotten the same answer. This one would actually work for both solutions. So let me explain what I'm talking about a little bit more. So we have 6 times, we'll use 4/3 squared, and then was it minus 17? Ooh, I can't remember. Yes, minus 17u. Where our u is 4/3, and then plus 12. And you'll notice that when this goes into the calculator, you see on the right side it equals 0. And that means that it's a solution. Alright, so that is another way you could have done that, and you could have just plugged it into all of your equations. Okay. Alright, so that is 2 ways to go over this problem. Thanks so much for watching.